Nusfa Nakato y'omu ku ababalozezza ku bukambwe bw'abagambibwa okuba aba Joint Anti-Terrorism Task Force bwe baamukkakkanyeko ne bamukuba mizibu mu kuwenja akaluko omubaka wa Kawempe North. Nakato eyeeyita Commander Land Forces ye mukyala eyali mu mmotoka eno gy'olaba mu kifaananyi eyali ekubiddwa era ng'omu ku bajjaati alabibwako ng'alinnya waggulu ku ndabirwamu y'emmotoka ng'asonga emmundu munda mu mmotoka. Nusfa alunyumyanga lutabaalo.
Nakola kugaana kuva mu mmotoka bwekye baakola ne babuuka waggulu bansikemu ne aŋŋamba ŋŋenda kukuba amasasi ne mugamba shoot me naye siva muki naŋŋamba I'm going to shoot ne mugamba shoot me.
Wadde baali bamulaalise okumukuba amasasi agamba yagaana okuggula emmotoka. Nakato agamba bakitegeddeko nti abakuumaddembe bano abagambibwa okuba abajjaati abasinga bayaaye be baawawankudde mu ggeto z'e Kawempe.
Bagenze bakozesa abaana from ghetto ez'enjawulo. Bw'olaba si basirikale batendeke bano baana babajja mu ghetto naye tutegeddeko Kaleerwe waliwo olufule yakeezaala abo abaana abamu mwe baava.
Abajjaati bano beesiba obukookolo okufaanana abazigu era ebyambalo ebimu bye balina biwandiikiddwako UPDF n'ekigambo jjaati emabega kyokka tekuli mannya gaabwe ate nga n'ebigaalo bindi ebiddugavu tebibava ku maaso olwo ne bawewenyula abantu kibooko awatali kutya muntu yenna.
Fellow Ugandans, members of the press and defenders of democracy, I'm here today not in the capacity of Muvabulaya Councillor Ssuubi Lyempererwe, but as a voice for every Ugandan who believes in justice, who believes in freedom, and who believes in the sanctity of our democracy. We are at a defining moment in our country's history. The ongoing by-election in Kawempe North should be a demonstration of democracy in action, where the people freely choose their leaders. Instead, what we are witnessing is a calculated and violent attempt to suppress opposition voices. The Joint Anti-Terrorism Task Force, JAT, an entity meant to protect Ugandans, has been turned into a tool of intimidation, unlawfully disrupting opposition campaigns, arresting innocent Ugandans, and violating our fundamental rights. I categorically condemn these acts of brutality. As Edmund Burke once said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. We shall not stand idle by as the state weaponizes security forces against its own people. The Constitution, of course, guarantees us the right to assemble, the right to speak, and the right to participate in free and fair elections. These are not favors given by the state, but they are non-negotiable rights. Yet, what do we see? Peaceful campaign gatherings disrupted, opposition candidates and supporters harassed, leaders are being dragged away like criminals simply for exercising their political rights. This is not democracy. This is dictatorship in disguise. And let me remind those who believe they can govern through fear. History has always been unkind to oppressors. To my fellow Ugandans, I say this: we cannot afford to be silent. We cannot afford to be silent. Our democracy is under siege, and we do not resist now. If we do not resist now, the oppression will only tighten its grip. Martin Luther King Jr. once warned us that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So what is happening today in the opposition strongholds will tomorrow spread across the entire nation if we do not act. I call upon civil society organizations human rights defenders, and the international community to take notice of these atrocities. The Electoral Commission must ensure that this election is conducted fairly, free from intimidation and coercion. Security organs must remember that their duty is to protect all Ugandans, not to serve the interests of a few. And to judge, let me be clear, your role is to fight terrorism, not to terrorize Ugandans. If you think you can silence people, you are mistaken. The people of Uganda will not bow to fear. I leave you with this thought. A government that fears the voice of its people has already lost legitimacy. So the power belongs to the people, and no amount of repression can change that.